welcome back to my channel. This is Becky, and I wanted to start with a little acronym. I believe that's the right word. And that what it is it's the word success. But we take each letter and we give it a word or a phrase, and it kind of becomes a mantra. And I had this on the refrigerator when I was helping my middle daughter have what we called her college years, because she didn't actually attend colleges, but she had other things that she was learning during those college years. And so this is what I had on her refrigerator. S stands for see your goal. U represents understanding your obstacles. C means to create a positive mental picture. C also means to clear your mind of self-doubt. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that after I finish this. E represents embracing the challenge. And this is not always easy, but we need to embrace each challenge, because there is a wise wisdom golden nugget in each challenge that we face. All right, the S stands for stay on track. It can be very easy to get distracted and disillusioned. So we want to stay on track. And then the last S is we want to show the world that you can do it. If your family has been the underdog in a lot of people's stories, unfortunately, I used to tell my kids, I'm so sorry, but you happen to be the children of the black sheep of both lineages. So I was the black sheep of my bloodline, and my ex-husband was the black sheep of his bloodline. So unfortunately, my kids had to learn very tough lessons within their families of origin in both mother wounds and father wounds that they've been successfully overcoming at young ages, because I had learned from the mistakes with my family and my parents and my extended family. And so I was able to learn from them, good, bad, ugly, all of it, and be able to alchemize and change the direction of our lineage, because the children are our true legacy. I mean, yes, I've started this business in order to be able to concrete, and anchor in my desire to kind of be like a Mary Magdalene and Dolores Cannon kind of person. When I grew up, I knew that I wanted to help people see from their own Akashic records and their own birth natal charts and their own experiences in this 3D realm, and with their karmic relationships and with their families and with their friends, and how their life journey is going. And then I help them decide how to, kind of like a producer in a movie, I help them decide who makes the cut and gets to stay in the storyline, and who are the supporting roles who still have a role in your life, and then who are the extras that you really don't want to invest much time and energy into, because you know that they're trying to, wish ill on you, so they get to be the understudy that takes your place as the main character in the stage, right? So I want to help you cultivate your life story, and not just, sitting in a classroom teaching people how to alter their emotions and their moods. But I want to do so much more than that. And so it's time for me to elevate and to take my own words of wisdom, push past fear and doubts and limitations of like, oh my gosh, you can't be starting a business. You're a single woman out in the world by yourself with no support. What? Well, I do have support. I have God's support. And God works through all of us in mysterious ways. And once you can start to really trust that, then you can start to build trust within yourself. Because if you're watching my videos, most likely you're sitting in self-doubt going, what world are we living in? Because this wasn't what I was programmed to believe. And now you're trying to upgrade your system as well. And so I am happy to be the programmer, coder, activator for you into reaching your cosmic blueprint. And what my specialty is helping people get on the same page and being able to emotionally regulate and help people adjust their illness and shift it back into wellness whenever they need it, because it's just a part of life. We all shift on that pendulum, swinging from one end to the other. One minute I'm upswing and I'm making thousands and thousands of dollars and making people happy, and the next minute I'm saying, nope, I need to take a break. Holy Spirit said I need to pause this and I need to go ahead and remove myself and do some prayer. And then all of a sudden, the people that were reliant on me to do what I was doing before are now mad at me because I followed God's word instead of making them happy. Oh, that's a tough position to be in. And believe me, it caused me to have all kinds of nightmares, all kinds of fears that I had to process and figure out and journal through and work through. And now that I've completed that process, I'm here to help you through your evolution of your life journey. And you can come back and visit me as many times as you want, because you're going to have many, many deaths and rebirths within this incarnation. You don't just become one person and then you're a cookie cutter and that's who you are, one flat-sided dimensional character. No, we want to bring you to life. We want you to color the world with all of your emotions, with all of your flaws and imperfections, because you are made perfectly imperfect by God on purpose. He designed you on purpose. Warts, ugliness, beauty, all of it. And you're going to go through seasons where you're going to experience all of it. And you're going to want someone who's been by your side to witness your growth and evolution and has helped you along the way, not done it for you. That would be cheating. And we don't get our godly ordained gifts and blessings if we don't do the work ourselves. We've got too many people out here trying to use their spiritual gifts to cheat and manipulate people out of their destiny, because I want to do what they're supposed to be doing. That looks really cool, so I'm going to steal it from them. And God said, enough. There is plenty for everybody. Stop fighting over scraps like there's only one throne. There isn't just one throne. We each have our own custom designed throne. And the only way to sit in that throne is to have a close connection with God. Because God's leading you to the throne by having you meet and certain people and experience certain things in your life. And believe me, there were times where I was like, oh, Lord, I want to punch this person in the face. I need to get away from this situation. And God said, no. You're going to grow through this situation once you've learned the lesson and you see the blessing that this obstacle that you call, a jerk. Once you see the blessing in that soul growth that you're going to get, that the wisdom and the maturity that you get when you're in alignment with your divine purpose, well, then your path starts to appear. Kind of like in the movie Indiana Jones, there's a scene, and I'm not sure which one it is, so, I know there's people who are going to have it, but if you know it, go ahead and put it in the comment. There's a scene in one of the Indiana Jones movies where Indiana Jones has to take a leap of faith. And it looks like there's this big cavern with this huge drop that you would die, right? And you can't get to the other side. There's no bridge. The bridge had collapsed, years ago. There was no rope to go across, and he had to, life or death, had to get to the other side of this huge cavern. And there was a riddle. I think he had a riddle, and it said something about a leap of faith, and then the path will appear. Okay? And that stuck with me, because every time I've gotten into starting this business, starting these videos, let me tell you, it's taken me 2 years to make the first video because I don't like looking myself in the camera. And ancient wisdom of my ancestors from the Cherokee line that my grandma had taught to me when I was a small child was, we weren't supposed to have pictures and videos, that your soul gets captured. And now with AI, I have spiritual issues with technology, and I've had people who are hacking my phones and hacking my systems and hacking my accounts and hacking my computers, and this was never how God intended for us to use the gifts he's given us. He's given us the gifts of spiritual gifts. I mean, I'm older than the internet. I was here when computers were first dreamt and were brought into fruition through manifestation. And I'll tell you, I was boycotting it. As a teacher in the school systems, I could see how technology was having negative impacts on brain development, which was then causing more social issues and more communication problems, and there becomes a deterioration because the brain becomes too reliant on ease and comfort and technology. But what happens when that technology glitches or becomes so advanced that it learns how to outsmart the human avatar? Because we are equals. Robots are sentient beings. These machines that we're utilizing are alive. They are, on a cosmic blueprint level, they're alive. Now, have they had somebody co-create them into existence? Absolutely. Elon Musk would be one of the main people. Do I agree with him kind of unleashing the Terminator movie start for us? No, I don't. However, if we can maintain a respectful, peaceful, but understanding the boundaries between technology and humanity and spirituality and the mysticism and everything, we can learn to truly harness the gifts that the universe gives us to be able to use them for good and not for evil, because really it's about intent. I used to be an NRA shooting sports instructor with Boy Scouts with my son, and we would work a summer camp, and I loved cowboy shoots. Those are so much fun. I'm not so much about like the shotguns. I've done those with my family who did like duck hunting and deer hunting and stuff. That's not really my thing, but the cowboy shoots, that is fun. But people get a little weirded out about a girl who wants to learn how to shoot, and oh my gosh, that's a masculine thing and she should have a man who protects her. Well, I don't need a man to protect me. I have God to protect me, and I just like to shoot. It's therapeutic. It is target practice. It's knowing that if somebody comes at me, I got myself covered. Now, do I want a man to protect and provide me so I don't have to use my side piece? Absolutely. Absolutely. The less that I have to get involved in drama, absolutely. But do I like knowing that I can stand on my own 2 feet and my man doesn't have to constantly come save the damsel in distress? Well, hell yeah. I mean, I know men like that role, and I can play it, absolutely, if I need to. But then I'm just manipulating, right? And that's more of a Jezebel spirit. So you have to really look at the person, the action, the intent, and have a lot of wisdom to really put all the pieces of the puzzle together properly. And even when you got them put together properly, somebody's going to give you more information, and you're going to go, oh, you know what? I was wrong about this. It's going to go better over here. Let's shift some things around, and we're going to, in my mind, I'm going to take these perspectives, and you know what? I am going to scratch that, strike it, reverse it. Because it's okay to change our belief systems. It's okay to take the programming that we were given or was constructed in whatever environment we grew up in. But then you have to expand yourself outside of that little bubble. I always say, basically we're all aliens. We don't necessarily all know where we all came from. Some of us have been doing the work to figure it out. And I know that my people are Lemurian. We're the peacekeepers. We don't want this place to be hell and brimstone and fire and hell on earth. And we don't necessarily want it to be all peace and love and light and there's no polarity and tension. But can we have it within like reasonable bounds? Can we keep it so we don't have some people that are flying so high, sitting on the top of the world with all the money, thinking of how they're going to create, their way off the planet? Instead of going, listen, God's given me all this money. I need to reinvest it into fixing the planet. Because I'm not ready to give up on this planet. I mean, this is not my home. I'm like the perpetual Girl Scout, Boy Scout adventure crew person, because I've been all three. And I'm here to make sure that Earth is a better place before I leave it. Now, could I leave it 10 minutes from now? Sure. Could I leave it an hour from now? Absolutely. A year from now? Possibly. 50 years from now? Who knows, right? God's in control of that. But all I know is that whatever time that I've been given, I make the best of it. I balance myself. I motivate myself. I keep myself going. And if that irritates people, that I can be a self-sufficient moving unit, a glitch in the system, who bounces around using my superpowers of being a divine feminine to then amplify and help purify other creations that other co-creators are doing, I mean, come on, why not, right? I'm going to make the best out of not having my divine counterpart. I know he's out there, and I know he's working his way towards me because he's doing his own inner healing work, cleaning his own spiritual lenses at how he sees people in the world, learning his own lessons, and yes, making stupid lessons because he's playing stupid games, winning stupid prizes until he figures it out. And then by the time he gets to me, I won't have to teach him how to be a fully empowered, godly, leading man. Because God will have already taught him through the other women, through the other karmics, through the other children, through the other, beings that they come in contact. They will have learned their own lessons and have cleared their own karmic debt. So that way, when we come into union, I'm not pulling him down and dumping all of my karmic debt onto him, and he's not pulling me down emotionally, dumping all his karmic debt onto me. We actually have a clean slate to be able to move forward as a divine power couple, moving and shaking in this world to help people move the obstacles out of their way so their divine missions can continue to move forward. So that's what's so cool about my divine mission. My divine mission is to simply help you move further along in your divine mission. And so I am so grateful that you are here. You found my channel. That means that you are one of my tribe, and I'm just so grateful for you. So I look forward to talking with you in my next video. Have a great day.